Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Good evening everyone and welcome to F1 2019 AOR Hype Energy Classic Christmas Cup tier number 2 on the PC. This is round number 4, the Belgian Grand Prix. My name is Thompson and joining me in the commentary box for tonight's race is Cozzie. Good evening to you.
Good evening mate, how you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm doing better than I was the other day, but yeah, this should be a cracker of a race. I love Spa. I love these cars.
Yeah,
good combos.
Absolutely great combo. Another great combo, as we've had so many so far this Christmas Cup. So yeah, what can we expect from today's race, Cozzie?
Hopefully action. You know, if you want action, I mean, one of the main tracks on the F1 calendar that you could guarantee a lot of is Spa. So, and these cars, the 2007 Ferraris. I think they were pretty dominant in the 2007 Spa Grand Prix, but everyone's using the same car. It's an all equal playing field. So yeah, I'm just intrigued to see how these drivers, these 17 drivers, I think, will be able to handle it.
Absolutely. Just a quick talk about the championship. I just did have a look at it at the moment. Heiko leading the way with 101 points, with Thompson trailing him only 6 points behind. 2 rounds to go, obviously, and a win is awarded 45 points. So there's still quite a few drivers in the championship fight, that's for sure. But I think we're going into the formation lap now, so let's switch to that.
Yes, obviously it'll be a reverse grid poll, so I'm pretty sure Legend should be on pole position. Again, we'll obviously be able to confirm in 10 seconds when the driver's ready. But yeah, I do like this format, the reverse grid. It means the drivers who are arguably quicker, and obviously now we're in round 4, so the drivers that are at the top of the championship will stay at the top of the championship, barring any major circumstances. So yeah, Legend is on pole position. Heiko is way down at the back, so it just means the top drivers have to, you know, do a bit more work regarding just the race, and it's, you know, they have to take a conservative approach, maybe go a bit more aggressive. Heiko obviously has a lot more to lose than most drivers, but yeah, not a lot. I mean, 11 laps here at Spa, obviously, compared to 13 or so in Italy last time around. There's less laps, but I wouldn't say there's less chance of, you know, drivers making up places. A lot of overtaking opportunities at Spa. Lecom obviously is probably the main one. The Source potentially, and they may be into the bus stop chicane. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting race.
And just listening to the sound of the V8 going down the Kemmel Straight is just a nice sound to hear. Very nostalgic feel for me. I don't know how it is with you, but I really like the V8 sound. So yeah, it's nice to hear it again in today's race.
I mean, I started watching F1 in around 2011, 12, so obviously I wasn't fun with these cars, but yeah, the engine, it is just nice to hear it. It just roars 10 times louder than the ones in real life today, but there's a big debate with the engine sounds and whatnot, and the cars of today versus the cars of the past. To be honest, I like the cars of today. Yes, the sounds, I mean, a perfect car would obviously include an engine like this, or maybe even the V10. But I was brought up with the V8s, and obviously we do have fond memories. And yeah, hopefully the drivers can make good use out of such a good engine and such a good car as well. Obviously Kimi Raikkonen's World Championship winning car, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually started watching more or less every single F1 race at the end of 2006, so this was basically the first complete season that I followed, so I've got very fond memories of this. It was a very interesting fight right up till Brazil. But yeah, we've got an interesting fight starting from the back here with Heiko and Toms, as everybody is now lining up into their grid spots. Legends will start on pole position with Kagan beside him, as now everybody is readying up, as I'm trying to find a decent camera view. There we go. As the lights are now coming on for the Belgian Grand Prix here in the classic Christmas Cup of AOR, and they've been home for quite a few times. That was Black Panther getting a drive-through for a jump start. Liggins with a good start there, a bit of scrambling around in the background, but at the moment looks like everybody's coming through La Source fairly cleanly. That's one car a bit off in the distance there, but looks like everybody fine so far. Now, first time through Eau Rouge and up Radillon onto the Camel Straight. Who's going to get the best slipstream here? Everybody towing in behind each other. Oh, that's quite a few cars side by side actually coming down into the comb. Let's see who's the latest of the late breakers. That is, I think it might have been Tudor, who went a bit deep there, as Sears Dobak now fighting away with Kinako, and there was a bit of contact there. Kinako to the inside, and he's dropped down to P7. And just having a look, Bosti already lost. No, sorry, that's Black Panther losing 10 positions already, plus that drive-through that he's going to have to serve. Tom's up into P12, Heiko still only down in P15.
Yeah, Black Panther with that drive. He also has wing damage as well. I think he accumulated. I think Tudor was the one that went wide at like common. Speaking of going wide, that's Black Panther really suffering with his wing damage. His race is pretty much run, unfortunately. What a shame. Starting in P3, had such high hopes, and then, yeah, just over on the first lap, which is definitely not what you want to do. Obviously, races can't be won on lap 1, but they can certainly be lost, and that's a prime example of Tudor completely losing out. Legenza make a super start. He's nearly outside of DRS range. I say DRS, obviously there's no DRS in these sort of cars, but the slipstream effect will be great. Great enough so that maybe drivers could, you know, maybe on the next Lecom straight, potentially, the Camel Straight I should say, potentially make some moves. As we're already seeing Victor Wasser actually putting under pressure from Ranky, or putting pressure on Ranky in the battle for 5th place. He actually goes
that's a late dive.
He couldn't make it work. Ranky just stays ahead for the time being. Victor Wasser, by trying that move, actually might have compromised himself. And Iko thought about going side by side through a Rouge, but sensibly backed out. And Ranky actually is pressurizing Bulldog, and there's more moves at the front. Sears to back is now up into 2nd place, getting past Kagan. As there goes Bulldog and Ranky. They're going to go 3 wide. Oh, the interlake com. Who's going to break latest? Looks like Ranky makes a clear move around the outside. And Iko and Vass are still going side by side in the background. Vass is just about has the inside line through turn 7, and he makes that job done. Iko's going to absolutely send it through Brussels there. And wow, what a move that was.
Yeah, that was a very late braking maneuver, and if you attempt something like that, basically your opponent has to play along, otherwise you both crash out very terribly there. But he left the space. He was smart enough to say, oh well, if you want to dive it like that on lap 2, then have it. And we'll try to continue that later, as Iko now following Bulldog here, who had a bit of a moment through the fast sweep here, as they now drive through Stavelot. And yeah, Kagan still holding on to Dobak here, ish. And Legends losing a bit of his lead, as Iko and Bulldog now going side by side. That was Bulldog halfway in the grass there, and Iko now in P5.
Got some yellow flags a moment ago. That was for Bosley, who's now down into 16th place. Black Panther, I think, has come in for a nose change. That's why he's such at the back, and he's probably going to still have to make his drive-through as well to add insult to injury. Pretty much the final nail of his race, but glad to see that he's still getting on with it. Maybe this is some slither of hope if some drivers get into some catastrophic incidents. But at the front, you're all right. Sears the back is closing significantly on Legends. And here he comes now with the effect of that slipstream I just mentioned. Legends tries to defend Sears the back, forced onto the grass there. No room on the outside, but no on the inside, but round the outside, he manages to make it work. Can Legends fight with this battle? Sears the back round the outside at turn 7. That was a fantastic move. He wanted the inside line down into Lecom. Legends said absolutely no chance, forcing around the outside. Sears the back can do it inside or outside. What a stunning move that was. And Legends could try its best to defend, but Sears the back now leads.
Yeah, Sister Back was like, oh, you can try as much as you want, but I am having that position. And I just noticed Heiko set the fastest lap of the race here, obviously on lap 2. And he's already up to P7 now, so he must have gained, what, 8 spots in like 1 lap? And he's now challenging Bulldog for P6, so he's definitely on a charge here. And Tom's only in P10 at the moment.
9 positions gained for Heiko, so he's doing a stunning. Oh, we're not even. Well, we're about a quarter of the way through the race. So at this rate, you know, looking at the intervals, he's only 6 seconds behind the leader, and maybe a position up as well. Is he gonna go around the outside at Belonchimon on the Bulldog, and with the inside line into the bus up to Kane? He makes it work, but Bulldog completely outbrakes himself, goes straight on at Kane, and Heiko gets that job done. What a move that was, like Max Verstappen-esque. Back in 2015, he's jumped to 6th place, and you can see Eiko in his sights, only a second ahead. There's more battles going on. Kagan and Ranky. Kagan dropping another position as Ranky tries to pressurize him. He tried at La Source, nothing on board with there. They're gonna go side by side up over Rouge. Please don't get into contact, guys. They managed to avoid each other there, but I think Ranky will now have the better slipstream and will just breeze past Kagan. And up into 3rd place he goes, and I'm assuming, unless Catastrophe's in the braking zone, he will keep that 3rd position, and does, as Kagan goes a little bit off in the chicane there, and he might be dropping up back further places as Ranky looks like he disconnected there, but I think he's got his issues sorted. Up into 3rd place he goes. Wait.
And he's run a bit wide and he's back down in P4. Yeah, it looked like he might have a bit of technical issues there, but hopefully it's resolved for him now and he can continue on. Was that another one? Ranky now back up in P3. Yeah, I think Ranky might be desync there, so he's still in P3 as it seems.
All right then, so I think his issues have been sorted out. He is looking a bit twitchy in some areas. So yeah, let's hope his issues can be resolved. But he's 3. Oh no, yeah. I'm not very good at this jinxing thing, am I?
Yeah, looks like he lost connection and he's out of the session. I hope he has a backup invite so that he can maybe reconnect and not lose too many positions. As we have Victor Vassar going for the dive here on Tudor. There was a bit of contact because Tudor wanted to turn in, but Victor went a tiny bit deep. Oh, that's someone off in the background there, and I think that might be Tom's. Yes, it is. Tom's is off in the final corner, and he's dropped 3 positions. He's now down to P13. Just having a look at front wing, that at least that seems to be fine. But he's lost quite a bit of time, and that's not going to help his ambitions to...
oh my word, sorry to Thompson, look at the battle for 3rd place. I think Heiko's going to get 2 in 1 here, and he's moved himself over to the podium places. That's an unbelievable start, and we're not even halfway through this race. Heiko's going to try and fight back as Bosley's out of the session, but Heiko, the championship leader, has made 2 absolutely stunning moves and capitalised on Kagan and Nico having a trap by their own. Heiko's got past the both of them. It's 4 seconds to gain to Legends in 2nd place. He's on the podium halfway through this race. He could get 2nd potentially as Ranky's now finally back. He didn't lose that much. He's now only 2.3 seconds behind that battle. Wow, Heiko, sensational move there, and he could be setting up sights for a 2nd place at least. in today's race.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And to be fair, with the blistering pace he has shown so far, I'd actually say he might be in a shot for the win. If he can put in some good laps now and get past Legends very quickly. Again, sorry that we can't show all of the battles because there's just too many going on at the same time in this very spectacular race. So, is there a virtual safety car out or something? Because they were going slowly for a bit there. And I did see some yellow flags. So
yeah, VSC is out on the top left-hand side of my screen, so that's why everything's a bit...
Oh yeah, I'm not getting that information, but I can see the flashing lights on the steering wheel. So VSC out at the moment, so everybody will have a moment to calm down, and then we should get underway very shortly. As Ico has to be careful that it doesn't allow Kagan to be too close behind in case VSC ends now. Which it does now. So, yeah, that's definitely going to be a battle in Telecom here, coming down the Camel Straight. Ico sticking to the left side for the moment. Seems like the gap is going to be big enough. Yes, there we go. So he did get the better launch than Kagan. Otherwise, he would have been in trouble, considering how small that gap was between the two.
Tudor up into 6th place. He's scrapping away with Ranky, obviously, after his disconnection. Obviously misshuffled his pace a little bit, and obviously, yeah, not the position he would want to be in. He's been overtaken by Tudor. Up into 6th place he goes. That might be his peak. 3.4 seconds again on the battle where we're focusing on before between Eco and Kagan. It's a similar gap between Heiko and the Gens, really. I mean, I was looking at the race director and the lap times, and the Heiko before the VSC was around a second a lap quicker than the Gens. So at this rate, it is possible. I think Theo back, barring any major catastrophic issues for him, I think he's got just too good a pace. But it'll be interesting to see Heiko's already gained a few tenths in this middle/final sector after the VSC, of course, ended. So the clock is ticking for Heiko. Obviously, there's not a lot of time to get this job done. But I think he'll still be happy with the podium regardless, because he'll be able to extend his championship lead, of course.
Yeah, just having a look, Heiko's next rivals, Thompson, AP Legends, only P12 and 11, and AP Legends already that 24-point gap. CS Dobak is not really that far up the standings at the moment, but with that win, he'd surely claw quite a bit of points back towards Heiko, so he'll have a decent chance for the championship in the final race if he finishes this race in first.
Yeah, of course, the final race. It's at Bahrain. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Exactly.
The Renault RS 06, whatever car name for the 2006 car, which obviously is a similar car to this. This is actually a bit more scrapping away with AP Legends, as you mentioned. The man in 3rd place in the championship, getting moved on, showing why he is obviously in 3rd place in this championship. Only moved up 4 places in today's race, starting in a lonely 14th. Now we're up to 10th place. Obviously, I think everyone classified will get points, so that is not just the 1 point for 10th like it usually would be. But yeah, Heiko having this 3rd place pretty much secured. Ico and Kagan have kind of separated a little bit. Ico started to pull away in this battle for 4th. Things have really started to stabilize. Everyone's just settling into their rhythm. Only got 4 more laps to go once everyone crosses the line. And we begin lap 8, which Back has led since he overtook Legends on the 2nd or 3rd lap. But yeah, he's looked in pretty much full control since then, and sets the fastest lap for good measure, 1:47.9. Let's see what Heiko does. He actually does better than that by around 0.4 of a second. So the pressure is on. 3 seconds now to Legends. He's gained half a second in that lap alone, but he's going to need to gain a little bit more if he wants to catch, then pass Legends, because there's one thing catching someone and then another thing overtaking them. But if he gets into a position where he's around 0.5 on this particular part of the lap, on the final lap possibly, he might be able to get that job done. But I think he'll still be satisfied with a P3, especially after starting P16 and had some great moves along the way.
Yeah, Mo and Victor Vasser here fighting long, coming down the camel straight. Oh, that's a very late braking maneuver from Victor there, but Mo can just hold it round the outside, then turns to the inside for the left-hander as they now come both down to Brussels. That was surely very close between the two in that very high-speed section. And it looks like Victor will have to continue to fight for that 8th position at the moment. But yeah, well, that was quite a lunge coming into the chicane there.
We have seen a lot of good racing today, I have to admit. There's been a lot of close battles, and that one adds to the list. Lacombe has been obviously the main overtaking area, as we see Kagan getting a 3-second time penalty. He's fallen way off from Iko, so I wonder if he's had a few calamities in that second sector. Tudor and Ranky, well, Tudor especially, is right on the tail of the driver, and I wonder if has he picked up a bit of wing damage? I don't think he had. I think he's just had a really poor middle sector, which has meant Tudor's right on the back of him. The battle for 5th place has been re-engaged with Kagan's mistake, as Tom's has actually made up and moved, obviously second in the championship. After having that spin, it would be a race to forget, but he does get past the Bulldog up into 11th place. But here I'm more interested in the battle for 5th. Can we see Tudor get past another rival up through Aruja and Radion? And look at the straight line speed he got just by sitting in the slipstream, and he's got past way before the braking zone. Kagan can do absolutely nothing. He does have the slipstream, but he's got nothing to defend against or even trying to re-overtake Tudor. Up into 5th place he goes, and Ranky waiting in the wings. Can he get past Kagan? As Kagan starts to drop down from starting in P2, it looked like P6 is probably the best he's going to get in this race. Maybe even P7.
Yeah, great move there. I was fearing a bit that the move might have happened a bit too early. We obviously saw that in the real life 2018 race, I believe. Oh, and there's been a crash, and that is, I think, Tudor, who's crashed into the wall here, and he's lost a big part of his wing. He's going to lose lots of position as he's already dropped down to P10, and that was so unfortunate for him there. Very unlucky. I think he touched the curb a bit with the rear and then just spun to the inside.
P1 is a deadly corner, it seems. And it's taken Tudor to places he obviously didn't want to be. Down in 12th position now, and yeah, his race is pretty much forgettable from this point on. Wing damage, gravel all over his tyres. Yeah, he'll have to pit, and obviously, well, oh god, he's gone extremely wide out of Blanchard on there. Lucky he had just enough downforce to ensure he wasn't ended up in the barriers at around 200 miles an hour there. Into the pits he comes. Yeah, that's a pretty forgettable race after what looked so promising after getting past Kagan. Kagan's now been back promoted up into 5th place, but here comes Ranky now. That 5th place from Kagan will not last long at all. It's the inside line that Ranky goes for. And they're going to go wheel to wheel along the Camel Straight. And once again, Kagan lets the driver through pretty early. Tries to get slipstream and try and mount an attack through Lacombe, but nothing doing there. So Ranky now up into P5 on the penultimate lap. So this race is pretty much flown by, but it's still not over yet. As we look at the battle for 2nd place, and we were mentioning this, Heiko is now 7 tenths behind Legends.
Yeah, he's
getting close.
He's definitely getting close. He's got 1.5 laps to get past for that 2nd position. CS Dobak can basically now cruise to the finish. Could you have a quick look maybe if any of the guys in the let's say top 5 or 6, if any of them have penalties so far, because there've been quite a few coming in over the course of the race, but I couldn't catch them all, so I'm not 100% sure who has a penalty and who hasn't.
Ooh. Kagan's race director isn't very pretty. That's for sure. Heiko's actually attacking. I thought he was going to wait until at least the last lap, but he's going for it at the bus stop. No, Legends just defends his place. But yeah, Kagan's going to drop down quite significantly. He's picked up way too many penalties. So yeah, he's going into neutral at the bus stop chicane there. At least that's what the race director said. Here comes Heiko. He got a great exit out of Les Source. Is he going to try and go wheel to wheel? Surely he doesn't need to risk it. And he sensibly backs out there because he'll get a great run up Radion. And then down the Camel Straight he goes wheel to wheel with Legends. And he should breeze past the other Ferrari up into second place. And he does so. Legends will try and fight back, but Heiko outbreaks him into the Lycom chicane. Second place is his from 16th. I think we've got a great driver driver of the day. I don't think there's anyone else who could possibly give that award to.
Ooh,
Second place.
CS Dobak just received a 3-second penalty. Things might get interesting, but he's got a 6.5 second lead at the moment. So unless he has another penalty, he should be safe because there's only half a lap left for him. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's his first penalty of the afternoon. So. Well, yeah, he's fine. What a great race he's had as well. 6.5 seconds ahead of Heiko. You know, he's just been dominant for the second part of this race, and as he said, he's just been able to cruise home. No issues whatsoever. He's had barely any cars in his sights in front of him. All the action has happened behind him, and here he comes now down towards the bus stop chicane for the 11th and final time. Locks up a little bit for good measure, but those tyres will not be used. Not what we need to be used in a few meters time. Here he comes across the line to win the 4th race of the AOR Classic Christmas Cup in the PC Tier 2. CS to back is your winner as Heiko comes across the line. 2.8 seconds it was in the end. So yeah, if he did get a second penalty CS to back, he wouldn't have won that race. But Heiko, what a drive from him. Starting down in 16th and second to last, has gone on to finish second. So he's absolutely flipped the grid. And what a race, and I don't think that's done him for the championship. I still think it'll have to be after the final race for him to be confirmed champion. But after a race like that, I think he'll be easy money to win the championship.
Yeah, after penalties, AP Legends actually finished P7. So unless he was jumped by CS Dobak, which I don't know off the top of my head, he might be second in the championship now. Tom's only finishes 9th. So he's going to drop back behind Heiko quite a bit. And that's everybody across the finish line now. What a race.
Yeah, that wasn't short of action or entertainment or whatever, which, you know, come to think of it, Spa never really lets you down for action. And there we go, the Hungarian driver of CS back wins. Heiko's got a Christmas outfit there, which is quite... It's quite cool there.
Yeah, he's festive for the Classic Christmas Cup. So yeah,
of course.
Congrats to CS Dobak for that solid win and incredible run there from Heiko, moving up 14 positions to finish P2 in this race. And there is the final standings for you on screen. CS Dobak wins the race with Heiko in second. Place only 2.8 seconds behind after penalties. Then we have Legends in third, Ico fourth, Ranky P5, Mo finishes P6, AP Legends P7, Wasser P8, Toms in ninth, and Kagan rounds off the top 10.
Tudor did set I was looking at the fastest laps and I thought Sitterback claimed it. No, Tudor actually, after pitting on the final lap, actually, put on what I should say, did actually take the fastest lap with a 1:47.0 at the very end. But I doubt he'll take any solos with that. He had the pace, obviously, but made that mistake. We've seen a lot of drivers make those mistakes. Obviously, Bosley was the first and he retired. He was the only retiree of this race, actually. Maverick obviously didn't have the best race, and obviously, yeah, a few drivers making mistakes, but no mistakes whatsoever for the top three, and Heiko especially. Flawless race. I mean, don't take nothing away from CS back though. He also drove a flawless race, but Heiko, in terms of the championship, that is a big result.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to make it very easy for him in the next round, which is going to be on the 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2nd of January. It will be the Renault R26 at Bahrain. And we too will be joining in the commentary box again for Tier 2. So don't miss out on that. Really looking forward to it. and to see that championship fight. Obviously, until then, we'll know the exact gap and what Heiko has to do to win. But yeah, thanks for commentating with me tonight. It was absolutely pleasure.
Yeah, and one of races saw as well makes me even more excited for the 5th round, which is on the 2nd of January. So hopefully New Year's Eve doesn't kill me, and I'll be able to join you for that.
Yes, so don't miss out. 2nd of January on our Apex Online Racing YouTube channel, 8 p.m. UK time, and looking forward to seeing you all there. And up till then, I wish you all a happy new year, and we'll see you guys on the 2nd. Bye bye.